And hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Homecoming, the HBCU podcast, where we talk about HBCUs, the history, the culture, everything that's currently happening. Because if you don't know, it's so many things that are happening at HBCUs
Yep.
that don't get enough shine or talked about, and we're just here to do it. Once again, you can find us on all podcasts and YouTube, but all podcasts you can find us at Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google, anywhere. Spotify, I said it already, but there it is. All
Any and
right.
everywhere.
Any and
Yes.
everywhere. All right. Cool,
So
cool.
at the recording of this podcast, I'm not sure when JT will release it, but at the recording
Yeah.
of this podcast, it is officially November 16th, and tomorrow
Mhm.
is none other than what is tomorrow? What's the 17th?
Oh, tomorrow is first of all, it is the Founders Day of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, which is
Okay.
the best fraternity on the planet. I don't know if y'all
Oh.
knew that, but it is.
That's a bold statement.
It's true. It's okay.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm not refuting anything. I'm just saying it's bold. It's bold of you.
yeah. I'd say it a lot, and I love it. Actually, I'm gonna be hanging out. I haven't hung out on a Founders Day for a while. I always end up going to
When was the last
Bowie
time?
State. Well, last year was 2022. Maybe like kind of no. I hung out 2020 when COVID.
Does that count?
Yeah, 2020 didn't do COVID. Didn't do 2021. Some told me not to hang out. I didn't.
Yeah.
But usually I just go to Bowie State. But this year I'm hanging out in DC. I don't know where. I don't know where. I don't know where I'm gonna end up at. I'm just going to hang out with one of my best friends and frat brother Jamal. We're going to DC. We might end up at Bowie. We might end up staying in DC. I don't know. I won't be driving.
Just play it by ear.
I'm just gonna play it by ear, guys, and have fun. It's so funny. My Jamal sent me a Facebook. You know when you get those Facebook memories of pictures?
I love those.
I'm gonna send it to you. But it was when Jamal first crossed, and it was me and him, and we're on Bowie, and it was 17 years ago. I was like, wow.
Damn.
Yep. I was like, man, I've been in the fraternity that long.
It
It's about
doesn't
the
exist. Time is not real. It's a construct. It's not real. 17 years? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm almost coming
Damn.
up as 20 years in. That's like I'm
You're
pretty.
old.
Yeah, in life I'm not, but in fraternity years, yes.
Yeah.
You know, like
Grandpapa.
yeah, I get called that a lot.
I was just joking.
Yeah, because I deaned a line in 2009.
What does that mean?
Oh,
I
that
never
means like
crossed. I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. So a dean is when you are the leader of a line, and you have to
Okay.
guide these young men or women, because there are deans and sororities too. You have to guide these
Okay.
young men or women through the process and make sure that they arrive safely. Yeah,
Okay.
they're in one piece from when they start to when they finish, and you have to be their friend, their mentor.
That just sounds dangerous. Arrive safely.
Yeah, it's kind of like
But you're not a flight stewardess,
when you
bro.
join the Marines, right? You join the Marines. I have not, but I've heard. I know a lot of Marines. It's kind of like your drill sergeant. That's what the dean is. Kind of they're trying to get you from not being Marine to a Marine. That's your goal. Now, whether you make it or not, that's up to you. But
Got it.
You're guided through. I didn't mean,
how
safely.
you first like phrased it and made it seem like something very dangerous. Like this was a
No,
very
no, no,
dangerous endeavor.
no.
And that's why I made the face that I did.
No,
I'm like, what?
no, no, no.
A
It's
ride
just
in one
yeah.
piece.
No, no, no. Just like the military, it's like you come here as James, and then you should be a Marine or Navy SEAL as James. Your mentality will be different, but the process will be able to wean you out whether you're strong enough for it or not. But my job is to guide you through it and assist you with it.
Right. I get that. Like that makes total sense. So, and I don't know if you can, tell me this or not. I don't know if it's a secret. I don't know. But you have a dean, right? Somebody who's like, very old like yourself. But do you have maybe the previous line or people who are still on campus who are active members who currently go to college that are, taking care of the pledging process, are active participants in the pledging and ushering in that new group or that new line or whatever?
Yes, it's not.
But you're over
It's
the
an unwritten
undergrads.
rule. It's an unwritten rule that it definitely should be. The younger guys have to be there because they're going to be on campus with them.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
So yeah, you should be heavily. I was heavily involved in probably every process to 2012. Yep. So
that makes sense.
I still, life happens, you get older, and I still assist, and
you need somebody there who's of sound mind.
I'm more of like a guide at this point.
Yeah. Like you can kind of check and balance.
Assistance, if you need money, undergrad.
Oh,
you know how it is when you're underground. Yeah, not money, but like, if you need food, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're an undergrad, it's broke. Yeah. And this is even when they cross. So like after I crossed, I was broke.
Yeah, you got dues and things
broke is a joke. Yeah, I was a college student. I was, you know what I'm saying? So I'm now that older Q that, hopefully they call if they need anything. I answer and try to do my best ability to get it done.
Dude, I saw a post on social media and somebody made a comment basically saying, like, college broke was so different. Like, being an adult now with the salary, you kind of wonder, how did you make it? Like, you had $20, you were up. Now $20, I'm like, whoa.
Can't even buy lunch.
I can't even fathom, like, what do I do with $20? Like, that's like, emergency. Oh my God, that's emergency, bro. Like, I couldn't function. But $20 in college, bro, you figure out a way to eat, get some weed if you needed to. You got some drink, entertainment, bro. You're good. You're good. And I feel, it was more so too. I think what it was we used to put our money together. So if I had 20, my friend had some money, it's like, all right, everybody just put in a little 5, we're gonna get a little weed, we're gonna at least have that. And make that whole stretch. Get a pizza, something cheap. Like, you didn't give a shit. Like, you was eating oodles and noodles. But now, I can't be college broke.
Oh man, my freshman year, I didn't have a job, so I was broke. Like, anything I was surviving. That joy is scary. Looking back on it, I'm like,
I can't do it.
Man, one day. So like, if people used to have canned goods, and I'd be like, hey yo, let me get some food. You can smoke with me, don't put up, get some food. I remember one time I made a grilled cheese because I was that guy that stayed on campus and I stayed throughout the weekend. I was like, I'm just going to enjoy and embody the whole college experience. It is the different level of broke when you're eating the cafeteria food on a Sunday. When they serve barbecue chicken on Friday, and they serve barbecue chicken casserole on Saturday, and then they serve another form of barbecue chicken.
It's the same chicken. It's the same recycled. And
you're just eating it because you're broke. You're like, I have to.
And that food runs through you, JT. Let me tell you, like clockwork. You eat that calf food, and by the time you walk to your dorm, like nature is calling. Like, are you kidding me?
And it closes.
They put laxatives in that hole.
Like 5, 6.
So you're hungry for the rest of the night, knowing that you up 11, 12, you're past midnight, you're starving.
Yep. I remember one day I was so broke, I had a grilled cheese and I made it on an ironing board with a brown paper bag.
Nice.
And my man was like, I'm not eating that. Hey, make me one. I was like, yeah. This trying to look bump.
You bougie? You're not eating that. You're not really hungry then, sir. You're not really.
He was like, make me one. I got you, dog. Yeah. But then listen, It's nothing cheaper than bread and cheese.
My palate is too refined at this point. Like I think back of the type of food I let enter my body when I was in college. That shit'll make me so sick. I probably have to go to the ER, bro.
Yeah.
Like even Hot Pockets. I used to crush Hot Pockets. Easy, put them in the microwave. Man, I bought Hot Pockets like I want to say maybe 6-7 years ago. I bought it. I was like, oh man, let me just experiment. Like this reminds me of back in the day. I bought it, JT. I took a bite. I said, puh. I couldn't even swallow it. Threw everything away. I threw it all away. I said, what the fuck is this? Trying to poison me? But this is what we're eating in college. Like no problem.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, man. I use all fresh ingredients now.
Right, exactly. People care about like where that shit's coming from. Yes. Okay. Goodness, okay. So real quick, because I heard of Founders Day, but I really don't know what that all encompasses. Like, what do y'all do on Founders Day? Like, what does that look like?
It depends. Most times it's just a great fellowship, and we all get together and remember that we are all here because the founders decided to create this illustrious fraternity. So it's a nice day of remembrance. Share stories. You just have fun. It's a nice time, and I'm pretty sure every fraternity and sorority does it.
Right? No, everybody has a founders day.
And they all get up.
AKAs had it.
And they all get up and they enjoy each other.
Green.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was a sea of pink and green.
Yep.
I remember. Mm-hmm. So for y'all are going to be at Howard's campus, right? Are y'all going to spend the whole day out there? Is there shows or what's going on?
No, it depends. Sometimes people go to Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my frat brothers go straight to Bowie. It depends on what chapter you're in. For instance, one of my close chapters, who my other best friend Todd, you met him.
Yes.
I love Todd, man. Crazy to talk to him the other day. His homecoming is actually Founders Day weekend, so he's down there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's
that's perfect
today. But I told him that the other day. He just laughed. I was like, "That's pretty.
That's
pretty
ideal.
Nice." Yeah. I was talking to Jamal. I was like, we should have. If it was planned out better, I was like, it would be good if we took off. Now the problem is with that is we know what Eastern Shore is, and I love Eastern Shore, but it's going to be an all weekend thing. If we go down Friday, I'm not coming back Friday night. It's a 2-hour drive. So
hell no.
Yeah. So like my little brother went there, right? You know what I'm saying? So like I'm really familiar with Eastern Shore. One of my good friends, Red, graduated from there. A lot of it's my second home in the fraternity, right? So I have a lot of close friends that are from that chapter, and I love that chapter. So I've been with a lot of road trips. Me and Todd a lot of road trips together.
Nice.
And so I was telling Jamal, I was like, if we go down there, we're not going down there for one day. It's impossible. I would be down
you got to
there
plan it
the whole weekend.
Yeah,
we got to plan it out.
That makes sense.
Because I would have took off all day Friday. I would have drove in the morning down there because I already know what type of festivities they're on. Because it's the homecoming, so it's gonna be like, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy down there. And then Saturday is gonna be a ball, and then you come back Sunday. And I was like, but
that's a lot. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go next year though. I'm gonna plan it out. I'm gonna go next year.
So everybody all around the US that's a Q, they'll be celebrating like Founders Day in their respective locations, essentially, right? Like there's not like this is the Mecca. We're all just converging at Howard University because that's where the Alpha chapter was founded. It's like just wherever you are. Is that that's what I'm getting from that? Okay. I didn't know. I thought maybe like everybody tries to make it down to Howard. You'll have like some type of show. I don't know.
Sometimes I mean Howard is gonna be phenomenal because as you know, Howard always does everything big and it's a great HBCU. It is. It's phenomenal, guys. So like for instance, my dad, he works in Virginia, so he'll probably be in Virginia celebrating Founders Day because it'll be near his job. So and he graduated from Howard. You know, so because he's not gonna, you know, if you get off of work at 5:30, you drive, takes you 8 p.m. to get to Howard. So he you know, he's gotten with some local Qs in Virginia and then he's up there. I need to ask him what he's doing, but that's what he usually does. So I'm gonna ask him.
That's so beautiful to see like father and son, because you know I'm on social media and I'll see, you know, Qs, they're stepping and stuff, and then you'll see like the little kids, you know, imitating their moves and just really just absorbing, just being around just Black men, you know, as role models. And not saying all Qs are Black. I mean, y'all accept every race, but just seeing that it's just like it's so dope. And now it's like your dad's a Q, you're a Q. Y'all need to link up. I want to see a picture.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see Thomas, the second. What are you? He's a third. He's a third. He's a second.
Yeah, my dad's a junior.
A lot of numbers.
Yeah,
junior. Yeah, I'm trying to see.
And it's so funny. Growing up, I couldn't wear no Q stuff or none of that. No future Q or nothing. He was like, "Don't wear nothing." Right.
Yeah, you gotta earn that.
Yeah,
just be throwing stuff on.
Yeah. You got it. Yeah. I had to. When he started talking to me when I got to college. I was like,
okay. See, he did it right.
Yeah,
because you won't even understand the concept of fraternities, sororities. You're just seeing something and like, oh, I'm just gonna wear this. No, it's way more than that. So just don't even touch that. I will say this: at my time at Howard University. My favorite, this is no knock on none of the other fraternities at all. Like I knew guys, you know, from who were alphas and, you know, all that. But for me, the type of love that I got from Qs, and I would just, you know, cross in the yard and, you know, I just had a good report. Then they were all just so cool and so nice. And I don't even think it was because I had a fat ass. I really do think it was because they just, you know, they were just nice dudes, man. And they never tried nothing. Like they weren't over the top with it or just like, hey. They weren't doing none of that stuff, guys. They were just always cordial. Like, hey, Rose. I'm like, they're the first people that like spoke to me when I was on campus. I was like, oh yeah. Went to their party. I wasn't ready.
We know how to party.
Because I heard one of my homeboys invited me. Was like, oh yeah, Rose, you come out to one of our parties. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for this.
Yes, a little.
Yeah, I wasn't ready. I was a freshman. I wasn't ready.
Yeah,
very sheltered. I was like, I don't know what I'm.
What year? What year were you a freshman?
05, 06.
Yep, I know some Qs.
They were, dude. I mean, nothing but love. They're so cool. Cool. That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. They were always perfect gentlemen. You know, I don't know other people's experience, but with me, they're perfect gentlemen. So I showed you that post and that shit went viral of that white woman, that Caucasian woman who was stopped by or like saw a Q, right? She was with her husband. She saw a Q and she was like, oh my God. I remember the Qs. They were perfect gentlemen. You remember that post I saw? And then I'm reading the comment section because that's what you do on IG.
Of course.
And they said, who basically ran through this white woman for her to be talking like, because like the adoration that she had, the adulation that she had for Qs, like you can see it in her eyes.
Why can't we just be? Why? See, that's the problem. Why couldn't the Qs be a nice young men like they were to you? She probably was like, they were so nice to me.
I don't know, man, but this is what I do.
I'm just saying, we're just really nice guys.
Yeah, you are, but the type of like, oh my God, that she was given, somebody laid down some. And it was crazy. And even when I was watching it, that's what ran through my mind. I didn't say nothing. That's what ran through my mind. So I'm like, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But no, y'all are well respected, like on a global level, it seems. Mm-hmm. Good, fine, brothers. Good representation.
That's what it is, man. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
This is y'all day.
Yeah, I can't wait
to get great footage.
I will wherever I go. I'm getting a portable charger, the tripod, and the
You're good, bro. I trust you, man. I know
it's gonna be better.
That I know not even just seeing your footage, but seeing Faith's footage of that deer. I know that shook your ass to where now you're more aware. Yes. You have you have a sense of awareness to know like this is really bad. So
yes, yeah. So all right. So speaking of HBCUs, I came across something that I think should get talked about, but doesn't, right? And that is the HBCU Esports League for competitive gameplay. Now, they didn't have this when I was going to school, but
and you were a gamer too, right?
I was in college, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. In college, I was playing a lot of games. I don't want to say I don't know if I lost passion for it. Because my brother, my little brother, he probably has a Twitch account, but he has a YouTube channel. He loves video games. He plays them, and it's some people. It's a thing,
Dude, my brother and my nephew, so his son, they are gamers. Like they have their scheduled like Madden games, tournaments. Like they are in it. And they're stuck like that. It's a culture thing, and it's like if my brother can't make it and he's out, he'll call his son, my nephew. He's like, Mike, hey, I got a game scheduled at this time. I need you to hop up on my Xbox. I need you to play for me, and don't fuck up, don't lose, basically. And my little nephew, he's like that because I remember when he was young. We used to go to the McDonald's. I'm talking about small elementary school. He's in high school now. And he was like, Auntie Rose, download the Madden live, like download the Madden game on your phone so we can play each other. So since then, from elementary now in high school, he's a beast. He's really good. He actually won a tournament for, I think it was for Fortnite. It wasn't even for Madden, for Fortnite in his high school. Yeah, for his
that's gotta be.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Because I don't think people know or understand that it is. First of all, it's lucrative. Like so, if I don't know, I think Casanat gamer. I think Speedy's a gamer. They make Twitch. You can make a lot of money, and there's young women gamers too. Don't put that. They make a lot of money.
They make more too, I would argue, because of just the novelty of it, and then how it is in that kind of realm. I mean, sex sells, like some even when it just comes to just athletes in general, women athletes, and just women in general, sex appeal, they're able to sell more stuff. Okay, that's just what it is. But to add to what you're saying as far as how lucrative this field is, put this into perspective. Besides the NFL. In the U.S., esports brings in the second amount of viewership. They're only second to the NFL. We are watching this stuff. Like I'm not personally, but like it's huge. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And I believe that just what you were saying, the HBCU League and just like different like initiatives and just now creating more awareness. I'm sorry, guys. There's a gnat and it is driving me up the freaking wall. It won't leave my space, and I have a real. Anyways, like it's so annoying. It's so freaking annoying. But HBCU League was created by this gaming community company, right? And they've been doing major things as far as I think this is their 4th year. This is their 4th season, so to speak. So this is crazy what this gnat is just driving me up a wall. This is 4th season. And in these 4 years, they've already been able to give out $1.3 million in scholarships for competitive play opportunities. They built 12 esports labs at HBCUs. So you're kind of seeing this like incorporation of just esports labs and programming at different, HBCUs. Like, yes, we're behind, but we're starting to recognize the importance of it and the opportunity of just creating this space in this lane for potential students and students who are going to HBCUs currently.
Yeah, and it's awesome. And actually, I don't know if a lot of people follow them, but they're from Texas, and it's this group of young men named RDCD W World, and it stands for Real Dreams Come True. And they have this YouTube, and they make fun of I've been following them for maybe about 3 years now. They have different skits. They love anime, so they have anime house skits. I watch, but I'm not big on anime.
I love anime,
but they like Naruto. I think that's his.
Naruto,
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, they just play the skit, but they always play skits with like LeBron.
You're talking about the black dude? I know what you're talking about. No, he's funny. They're funny.
He's funny. They're all funny.
I'm
so they
36.
Don't just, yes. I was watching that joint before it went viral, so I follow them on YouTube. Man, they have if you, I'm gonna put their link, man. Go follow them. But they're also involved in this, and they just did a real challenge with Mountain Dew, and they created this a con, right? So you have Comic-Con, and it's called DreamCon, where it's just about black gamers, and they come and they play in this exposure. So RDCD World is pretty awesome. So it's not just about gaming, but their big thing is gaming, anime. Yeah. And they do YouTube skits. They're hilarious, man. They're pretty. It's pretty live.
That's dope.
I'm happy that they're doing this because I can only assume that, especially if this was going on like right now, they're going to tap into other HBCUs, and if this was happening when we were in college, I think it would be even bigger because a lot of people were playing games like Madden was crazy, huge.
This is the biggest one, really. It's the biggest one. It has to be. I know Fortnite came in for these kids, and that kind of like created like this frenzy. Call of Duty, that's another one that's Call like big, But what's interesting is when we were growing up, our parents didn't understand the vision or the opportunity. They couldn't see it. It was just like, you need to stop playing games. You need to stop playing these video games and just be getting on your ass, do your homework, do other stuff. Definitely think you should still go outside and play, right? You need vitamin D, you need to exercise. But now we're seeing how much money is in this industry. And it's not even just, I enjoy playing Madden, or I enjoy playing video games and I can win competitions and make money from streaming on Twitch. But now if you're looking at it on like a collegiate or academic level, that's what they're really now tapping into, because an interesting stat was there's like 83% of Black people. Let me get this right. There was a study that found that 83% of Black teens play video games. However, Black game developers only make up 5% of the industry, right? And when I read this, it was kind of the same thing of like, man, here we go again, where we are stuck in that consumer role, and haven't found a way to kind of transition into, being a producer, being a creator, being in that space. There's nothing wrong with enjoying, playing games, but we need these kids to see the avenues for maybe doing the artwork, maybe doing the music, maybe doing graphic designs. There's so many different fields you can go into when it comes to games and especially esports. So now these colleges are seeing like, oh shit, like how can we now tap into this space, right? And develop programs and develop, actual degrees where now you can major in this and you can now see a clear pathway for something you already enjoy doing.
Yeah, because if you're gonna play, so like, I know, my nephew EJ, he's big into 2K. It would be, I don't know, would he change his major to gaming? He might, because he's really smart, math and science. That's what gamers are, right? And I would, and it's crazy because when my little brother was going to Eastern Shore, if they had this program, he might have changed because he's a computer science. He graduated computer science. I don't know. I'm pretty sure if they had this as a degree, he would have changed it.
Yes. Like you can make money. Like you can actually get a job at a company.
Developing games. And he already has his website. He probably would have did that. He probably would have went right into there.
And we need more representation in that space because it's a thing of like our experiences, our thought patterns, how, these kids think because of their experiences growing up, that can help bring a new dimension to these games that y'all are creating that y'all don't even know, because this demographic has kind of been shut out of that developer, role. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it comes down to. You don't know what kind of games our future kids could create given the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it comes down to. So like these type of companies, they're not only focusing on building out, esports labs on college campuses, they're also focusing on reaching the community, like K through 12. So these kids know starting young that this is a pathway. Because a lot of those kids, they don't have all like the internet connection, all the sport, the equipment that you need. Because I don't know how much Xbox costs, and all that shit's expensive.
Xboxes and PS5s be expensive, man.
And all the things that kind of go with it. Exactly. So that's,
and you kind of got to get one of the other, because
our brother has both.
Yeah, I think my little brother.
It's too much. It's a lot of money because at this point you're buying a computer.
Yeah,
the modem, you're buying like serious processing power, bro. Like, and then some of these games, like they're not on the Xbox. Like some of these games are playing on your laptop or your computer, and you need strong processing power. Good screens because what's the refresh time and things like that. Like all that, nerdy game stuff that I don't really know about, but it's necessary, right? Like that stuff matters. So,
which it's pretty awesome, man. This is a thing that's being discussed and talked about. It is. Yeah. Speaking of Madden, I know you said your nephew plays it a lot. They're actually having, this is the 4th annual EA Sports Madden Tournament, 24, and it's an HBCU tournament, man. And it's pretty cool that now I would have tried to do this because I thought I was good at Madden, but I mean, I was okay. In college, we had this rule, and I kind of carried it to my friends. That now this rule is difficult. Now, when I play with my friends, we would do randoms. So instead of you picking your team or a good team, you select a random select button, and whichever team it lands on,
I like that.
You have to play it.
I like that.
Oh man, it gets hard, man.
You gotta figure it out. Like, how good are you?
How good are you when you got PJ Walker Browns and then somebody picks the Chiefs? It's like, how good are you? Let's see. Because I've beaten some people have beaten me with bad teams, and some people have I've beaten some people with upsets. It depends how good you are. And listen, guys, we're not doing when you play Madden, I'm not doing no pro and all pro. It's all Madden. We're not running up the score. We're not because in all Madden, you're not scoring 50 points. It's difficult. I don't know, like even if you're a gamer on all Madden, it's just the level is. I just know this when I play. I know it's probably even more difficult now because Chado Josink is a gamer. He was like, you can't score. He said you can't score 70 on all Madden because he was talking about when the Dolphins blow up the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just kind of excited that it was it's going to be like a HBCU championship. And
did you see the prizes? The Pro Bowl, like getting like that's crazy. It's crazy.
Bomb. It's bomb.
If I ain't play Madden, I'll be trying to learn as quick as possible. I'm probably too late at that point, but like for that type of prize, you being invited to the Pro Bowl, meeting top executives, scholarship, potential job opportunities, internships, like what? Sign me up.
And
sign me up.
So your nephew, as you said, he plays Madden, right? Mm-hmm. Is that his go-to? Well, I know he won it for Fortnite, but is that the go-to?
That's his go-to. That is his go-to. That is it.
Man,
Madden is such an addictive sport because it is so real, you know, and they're doing all these updates.
Yes.
Like me,
live
I can watch it. I don't play it. I watch my brothers play, or you know, because they get.
You can watch like a real game.
Yeah, like a real game, you know. Mm-hmm. But JT, I ain't got time to be playing that shit.
Yeah,
I do not have the time, bro.
Like I'm not gonna lie, if I'm over my friend's house and he want to play Madden, yeah, you know. As long as I know where pass run is, I watch the game so much.
Yeah. See me, I
don't get blown out. Yeah, I don't get blown. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe if somebody's really good, probably. But I watch a lot of football. I could, scheme different defenses. It's all about schematics, angles.
You see, but it's like
who you have
in
matchups.
You're a gamer, but you're like a relaxed gamer. Like the way my brother is, and like how he instilled.
Oh, I was competitive though.
They're too competitive. They don't like.
I put holes in the wall when I was.
Yes, bro. Crying. My little nephew used to cry.
Take out the game and throw it. Cheated. Yeah. Computer cheats. Yeah.
Why does games get you that riled up? Like what?
I don't know.
What is that about? What is that about?
Growing up, I was just like, I gotta win.
Damn.
I was like I gotta beat the computer. I get it. I'm smarter than a computer, okay? But
are you?
We don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can only imagine nowadays how it is. Now I might get back into gaming. I might one day, but right now I don't know. It's not even the time. I don't know. I would have to be playing again. Yeah,
and you have to play that like consistently. You got to put in time because it's like regular like practicing. You have to keep putting in the time. And so one of my coworkers that I do work with, he goes to U of H and he's a part of like their gaming club. Like he had to try out and he's actually really good, right?
Oh, cool.
So he goes to tournaments, he represents his school, and that's like another way to kind of show, school spirit, pride. Like, hey man, our gaming team is better than yours, and it gets pretty intense. From what he tells me, he always comes back to work like, yeah, man, we had a tournament this weekend and X, Y, and Z. Like they're in it. The only issue that I have is the smell. What? There's always a foul odor, bro. Like even when I went into like Apple, I go into Apple, Geek Squad, and it's like, damn, when's the last time you showered?
Oh,
don't worry about hygiene.
That's a little, yeah.
So that's the only thing he says when he goes to these tournaments. Is like, very, intense kids who are just in the game, probably look, a little bit on the nerdier side, not as probably maybe not have these social skills that other people would, but they're really, really good at games. And I don't know if like hygiene just goes out the window. So I'm letting all you kids know, you want to do games, that's fine. Please shower regularly, deodorize, make sure you're clean. Hell yeah, what?
He said that when he goes, he's like, I mean, that's the only downside.
Yeah, he said they stink, and I knew it. I fucking knew it. JT, I was like, bro, I know it smelled rancid in there. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, fans, ventilation, bro, rules. Hey, shower guys. Hey,
they probably are playing games for hours and don't.
They're in it, not even. And see, it's crazy because like now, you can save the game. Remember back in the day, you couldn't save shit.
No,
there was no auto save, bro.
Nah,
you just had to play through it or hit pause and pray. There was no power failure. Your mom didn't find the game, turn it off on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like you're starting.
Or your sibling turned like you going too long. And they're like, "Oh, I started my game." Like, yeah. I've ran into that. I remember one night, I stayed up. I had to be almost 48 hours playing a game straight. I was just like, it was on. Remember when the Sega had the Dreamcast?
I remember.
That's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Get past this level. When I looked up, I was like, it's the daylight. Did I go to sleep?
Crazy. Not safe, guys. Yeah. Not safe. Not safe.
Not safe. Sometimes when you're playing video games.
And then how old were you? How old were you when that happened? Roughly. Do you remember?
Was I might have been. I was in college, I think.
Typical. See, this is what I'm saying. So imagine kids, bro. They stand no chance with something that addictive. Like,
yeah.
They probably play for a week straight. Wouldn't even get up to eat or pee. They're just zoned in.
Yeah.
And you're in college, couldn't even escape. Like I've had my moments, not with like video, like those type of games, like Madden, but I told you with Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley, bro. I'll be in there and then like the whole day is gone. I'm just like,
what? It's been 7 hours.
But I got to finish this farm. I got to finish my island. How will I invite people over if my island looks like trash? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm not a bum. I got to finish this shit.
Let me ask you this because I know. Actually, I guess we're about to wrap up soon. Let me ask you this. What is the hardest game you ever played? Like, what was the difficulty?
Damn, that's a good one. I know when I was younger, Mario gave me fits. Couldn't get the timing down. Shit, just bad anxiety. Like it just. Whew, I think that one kind of took the cake to where I was like, man, I'm not even really trying to play this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be a certain level of enjoyment with that. But I don't know. I think that would be the one for me. It's just so difficult. It's so fucking difficult.
One of the Bowser boards, you couldn't even get a mushroom because you had to stay small because you had to do it. Yeah.
And I think there's a special for Nintendo and like how they were intentionally making these games so fucking difficult because they knew that if a kid could beat it that easily, then it's like, oh, I'm over it. Like they made it to the point where you're crying, like you said, punching holes in the wall, getting so frustrated. Can't control your emotions, about to break your system in the game.
Yep.
I had to step away, but there's a lot of like great games that I played growing up that didn't cause that level of frustration. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game too. Growing up, that one was nice. That one was like
was it on Sega? Or was it on Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo.
The game was hard.
The one on Super Nintendo.
Yep.
That one was nice.
Steady. Yep.
Yes.
I remember that one.
Yes. See, those are I like those classic games, bro. Yeah. Now shit's just too hard. Like you turn around the corner, you're sniped. I ain't got time for that type of high level like of anxiety.
My frat brother, he has all those old game system and games. I'm gonna go over there and play it one day. I hit him up soon.
Like, what my game was that me and my brother would play endlessly.
What?
And it was a game that I could play because I wasn't like the best gamer. It was this game. It was called Streets of Rage.
Oh yeah, I love Streets of Rage.
Bro, you get up like metal pipes. You just like beat people in the streets.
Innocent people. And it was multiplayer. I think you could play up to 4 people.
It was multiplayer. Yeah, I used to play with my brother.
I used to like Streets of Rage.
Man. What?
I used to like Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
It was like that. Streets of Rage is good. Contra. Probably shout out to Donkey Kong. That game is hard.
Oh yeah, that was another one a lot of people like. Yeah.
That was crazy difficult. And then Donkey and Diddy Kong was hard. The hardest game ever for me is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I've
heard about that. Yes.
Man, let me tell you something. When you're in the water temple, this is on N64. If you're in the water temple, there is a way, if you do not follow the correct path, that your game ends there. And you have to start the game all the way over. Yeah, it took me 3 times. So yeah, that's Ocarina of Time. Legend of Zelda. One of the hardest
stuff like
games.
that because that makes
One
my
of the
hands
hardest
tingle
games
and
I've ever
sweat,
played.
bro.
I was like,
no.
damn it. I was like, I can't get out. I was like, I can't get out. I had to start my game all the way over here. They didn't have save game. Yeah, because you save your game to a certain point in the water temple. And I was talking to my brother, and
they
I
did
was
that
like,
shit on purpose, bro.
Yo, that joint was hard. It took me 3 times to get out the water temple.
That's
I was
Nintendo?
like, this is ridiculous. Yep, Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo's notorious.
Yeah, they got some hard games
for doing shit like that. They're notorious, bro. They're notorious.
Probably they're probably the hardest. They probably have the hardest games to beat. Yeah,
they're number 1.
Mario,
even something
Donkey
as simple
Kong,
Mario Kart,
Zelda,
even something like Mario Kart.
Oh, Mario Kart, man, that
you
Rainbow.
The Rainbow Road was crazy. First
Rainbow
of all,
Road was crazy. It was crazy,
dude. It's crazy, and when you're in first place, bombs getting thrown at you. All you can get is the fucking banana pills.
Slide right off the road.
I can't do nothing with that.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. That's another game I spent time with, bro. So I will say that I'm not a gamer, but I've definitely played my fair, share of games.
You got some good. Those are some legendary games. Streets of Rage,
Altered Beast. I don't know if you remember that one. It was like this game. It's like rise from your grave, and you become like a werewolf. You soup up and become a werewolf. You gotta look that shit up. That one was crazy. You're punching things, and bro, that's like nostalgia, on 1,000 for me. So many good games. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But these kids are lucky, man. Before it was like we had to sneak games, and people would just be like, you playing games too much. Now it's like, I'm playing games because this is my future. The guy that created Stardew Valley, he did it as a solo project, and I believe it was for an application. He was trying to apply for another job, and he wanted to kind of give him some type of work that he was able to do. And he ended up, that game became so successful, he just said, fuck this, I'm just gonna work for myself, and multimillionaire off of one game. So these kids, bro, know that there's potential in creating your own games eventually. What?
Because it just takes one, and then once that game hits a million, you can now develop either more games and then sequels.
And how fun is that to say, man, I create video games for a living? Is that even a job at this point? What?
It's pretty awesome. Reminds me of Grandma's Boy, but that's a wild movie.
It reminds you of what?
Grandma Boy.
I never seen that.
Oh man. It's a raunchy comedy. So you've seen Waterboy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the quarterback is the main character in it. So it's all the guys from because Adam Sandler runs with a certain group of guys.
Yep.
And they have this comedy, and it's called Grandma's Boy. It's wild. It's got.
I'm gonna check it out.
It's wild, but he's a video game developer. That joint is crazy though. It's wild. It's funny, but it's crazy.
I'm gonna check it out. There's so many ways, man. I don't know. We've been on this tear, and it's wild that a lot of things have been happening in the last 4 years. Speaking of another development that started 4 years ago, the Yardrunners.
Awesome, yes.
Yardrunners by Nike.
I was looking at that, and I was reading about it, and it's pretty cool because they celebrate HBCUs, and they do it with scholarships, sneakers, and the sneakers are created by former Yardrunners.
That's the concept. That's the coolest to me, I think.
That's like that. And this year it is Robert Covington, who went to Tennessee State University, is an NBA player. It was the Clippers, but James Harden trade. He's at Philly now.
Yes.
Cameron Lyde, Winston Salem State. They're the founder of HBCU Drip. Juan Daniels, Prairie, A&M University, which I believe is in Houston. He's a professional basketball player.
Yep.
Foggy Raw, shout out Bowie State.
I love him. I'm not gonna lie. It's so crazy. I'm driving in the car with my brother yesterday, and I put on some old Foggy Raw. I was like, bro, this dude used to just float on beats. I love his cadence, bro. That's pretty fire.
Javica Leslie, hopefully I'm saying it. Hampton, she's an actress. Danielle Stamper, Southern University.
Okay.
She's a dance coach. Mulaney Mitchell, Florida A&M. She's a comedian, an internet personality. Lady London.
HU?
Yep. Howard University. She's a Def Jam artist. And Kayla White.
Did you watch her cipher?
No, she was vicious.
It was good. Yeah, it was like with Bun B and all them. Yeah, all the people downside. It was pretty fire. That joint, she held her own. They was spitting. I ain't gonna lie. This last BET Awards, I said, God damn, I don't even watch awards. Yeah, I was spitting. It was good. It was really good. But yeah, Kyla White. Sorry,
Kyla White, North Carolina A&T. She's a U.S. track athlete. So this is pretty cool. Hopefully next year, I hope that they have a Howard dunk or Bowie State dunk because I'm buying 2 of them.
They're doing the Terminator High type of renditions from that, and the ones that they have like releasing for this fall. I've looked at them. They're pretty nice. They're pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. The ones that they released, I think for me, I like the Spelman College one. And the other one that they had, the Slim and Huskies, like the local pizza chain. Yeah. So that one, I think those are my favorite 2 so far. Those are pretty fire.
Yeah, they had I like the Morehouse ones are the tough.
Those are like classic.
All right. I like the Spelman College joints.
Those joints are nice. Like that gray and like that baby blue. Like
get them joints for Faith.
She would love that. If they don't sell out, bro, they're gonna sell out. You gotta be.
I'm gonna get it for Christmas.
So
that's a good idea. Thank you. She's gonna be like, "What?"
She's gonna love that. She's gonna love it.
I'm gonna cop those guys.
What's amazing about the Yardrunners? First of all, it was a campaign that was introduced in 2020 for y'all who don't know, and it was originally actually started by HBCU graduates who are working at Nike, right? And so that's another thing. If sometimes it's great if we, start our own thing. In other instances, it's great if we're already working in these major companies to be influencers in that company. You get what I'm saying? Like to be the person who's like, hey, we see a need for this. This is our lane. And now we're 4 years in. And I remember I sent you a link to Nike because I'm always on Nike.com. Like, see, I'm always Nike, right?
They're doing a lot too.
And they had an HBCU collection that came out. I mean, it sold out so quickly. It was crazy. So it's every year that they're releasing it's almost reminiscent of like a double XL freshman class. So every year they're kind of highlighting,
different
HBCU.
Schools. Yes.
And HBCU like alumni who, like you said, are Yardrunners, people who are really, doing things and that were products of HBCUs. And letting people know, like, hey, you can go to any HBCU, really, there's 107 of them, but look at the people who became something afterwards. So there's not a lack of like, man, if they don't have enough resources, will I still be able to X, Y, and Z? Like, if you're great, they'll find you. And the influence you get from going to HBCU can really shape you and change your mindset that will propel you to reach certain levels of success. Right. So I think it's really awesome. I love it.
And shout out to Nike too, because they're one of the sponsors at HBCU Esports. They are.
Yeah. They know what's up. They know where the money's at.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. So
they know where the money's at. They following the drip. You know what I'm saying? They know where it's at.
They know where it's at. And hopefully, Nike, if you're listening, make some Bowie State and Howard next year, please.
I need all that. I need all the drip. But
get my dad some Howard ones that come out. Yeah. You might get about $400 or $500 Nike.
That's it, man.
It
Hey,
might.
but what is this? What does this kind of highlight for you? You know, like just seeing, you know, what we're doing in esports, and then what's happening as far as like Yardrunners, and seeing just the level of sponsorship from, you know, corporations. Like, what does that mean, and what does that signify for you?
Man, it means a lot because this is something that we talk about. This is kind of like the reason for the show, where it's like it's highlighting what HBCUs are about, what comes out of HBCUs, and the level of ingenuity,
Yes.
right? I love it, and I think that there's only more to come, and it's more highlighting. And I think 10 years from now, I can't wait, because all of these are gonna, because you're highlighting on HBCUs and you're giving scholarships, is going to put back not only into HBCUs but into the United States and the Black community as well. Because then we're gonna start creating programs,
Yep.
and we're gonna start having degrees, and we're gonna start having different scholarships, and that just helps out everybody.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And
Love
then,
it.
you know, we are the, you know, we create a lot of the culture. We create a lot of things that are trending, that, you know, that a lot of people want to emulate, like love it or hate it. So these type of things kind of put us at the forefront, and kind of, you know, switch the roles of just being the consumer, or the people that are putting these brands on social media, just going out or whatever, and really making sure that, you know, our voices are getting heard, and like you're saying, we're being highlighted and recognized. And like these people, they're the ones that are now partnering with Nike, making sure like, hey, I want to kind of design it like this. Like now you're getting in that creator role, and not just, you know, all of us just always being consumers and things like that. So I appreciate it. Same thing with the esports. It's only a matter of time before we start being, you know, the creators in this space. So I love it. These are very, you know, pivotal moments for us, for HBCUs, and just for us as a community and culture. And I'm all here for it.
I'm here for it, man. All right, guys. Once again, we are out. Follow us on everywhere you find podcasts: Apple, Spotify, and YouTube as well, if you want to see the video version. And yes, I'm gonna get some good footage tomorrow.
All right.
Well, all right, guys. We
catch you on the next episode.
All right, man. Peace.